let's start out with updates. Got the plastic laid down, and then moved everything out from here. I still have the bucket of dirt, but move the plants out this way. And don't know how much of the room I'm going to use, but that was how big the plastic was. So, and then still trying to nurse the cucumber back to health. So these zucchini, it's only been in there 2 weeks. You can see how crazy that's growing. Green onions, again, those are like 4 feet tall. 2 radishes in the back, still going crazy, starting to dry up. Short fat cucumbers, radishes, they're just starting to grow. Ginger, Marianne. And the regular carrots. And the garlic I pulled is too small, and the bok choy that I had going it got roached in the sun. I mean, they were just too little. So I was aggressively trimming the cucumber plants last night. They have a lot of, it's kind of a mold, but it's not. Anyways, and then I had one going up this way on this 3rd line, and then I was trying to trim this morning one of these leaves, and I clipped the wrong damn thing and lost like 10 or 15 cucumbers, so I'm not happy about that. The other issue I ran into, and it's doing it again, so this bucket overflowed last night after all my trimming, and I lost 50 gallons, yes, 50 gallons, and it went all over the ground. You can see how well the grass does out there when it overflows, because the grass is just growing like a madman. At least that's not brown, because I'm not watering it. Anyways, lots of cucumbers. There was 50 on this plant, mine is 15. So lots of airflow, that's part of the problem while they get the, I forgot whether it's mold or whatever it is. So the other plant didn't really have it, it's just a little dry around the edges, but once I solve the flooding issue, it'll be good. But when I stuck the other straw in this one started to overflow, so both the cucumbers are having issues, you know, coming out the exhaust pipe at the bottom, but it is what it is. But lots of cucumbers. I forgot to show the ones inside that I picked yesterday, and I did a quick refrigerator pickle on them. So peppers are doing well since they've been topped. They're a little bushier now. These are what, 3rd week, 4th week, I forget, can't keep straight now. Other than that, just same thing, different day. I trimmed some of the leaves at the bottom of the peppers. They probably need another trimming, but if you leave too many leaves at the bottom, it gives the ants something to come up to. Granted, they can just come up the thing, but it's just less of an access. But so far, no aphids. Not all the ladybugs hung out. Some of them are still here, as you can see. There you are. We'll kind of play it by ear. I don't see them, but that doesn't mean they're not here hanging out. They're not nocturnal. They don't fly at night, so you know, wherever they're hanging out, they're hanging out. This one had a little bit of water issue, although it looks like there's 2 tubes going in. One of them's plugged, but I just left it in there, so it's really only getting 1. Now that it's getting a little bit more water or nutrient, then you can see a bunch of these are starting to pop out now. And actually this plant is hanging over here, so it's a cool little heirloom tomato. The red pear, this is the first one. That's pretty good size. It's starting to hang. There's some weight to it. This one I don't think likes the heat. There's a funky one growing back in there, down towards the bottom. And then there was another one that just started over here. Yeah, it's here someplace, doesn't matter. Anyways, it's here. I'm probably going to chop down the bitter melon because is, although the plant looks healthy and Mom is so happy because it's so green, it doesn't grow anything. So the few things that grow turn ripe and rot before it's done. So I've been just waiting. Again, Thai chili, haven't trimmed that one. It's still looking good after being topped. What was this one again? Midnight snack. Lots of stuff going, a lot of stuff at the top. All those are fertilized except for the new ones. Same with this here. Let me back up a little bit. It's just waiting for little fruits to come out. You can see the ones down here. These are all fertilized. They just haven't sprouted any. And then you can see the ones back there, all purpley. So lots of stuff. I picked a couple of the tomatoes last night for salad today. This plant has over 100 tomatoes on there. You can just see tomatoes everywhere. And I'm trying to move a little faster because it is 90 plus in here and getting warmer by the minute. But tomatoes everywhere. Like I said, counted them, there's over 100. The pepper plant hanging out in there. Again, no aphids. That's a little turd of something, so there's a frog or something in here, hard to tell. There's a ladybug sleeping back in there. This one is indigo rose, so that's, where can I get back in there? That one back there is about the size of a small plum. Quite a few on that node. A bunch on this one. There's a bunch on that one that are starting. And that's like the top of that one, so it's coming in there. This early girl, the top half just started wilting, and so I chopped off 3 or 4 pieces, but the rest of the plant seems healthy. There's a lot on this node here. Let me back up a little bit. And there's a bunch hiding on that one there. The black creme, doing all right. It's kind of branching over here. These are all the black cremes. And there's a bunch out there, so I don't know, there's a couple dozen. They're going all the way to the top. I mean, that's about 7 feet. I've been trying to trim it like this one, but I'm just waiting to see what it does, because if it would get a little heavier and get some fruit, it would bend over. And then the next 2 are the Abe Lincolns. Like I said, this was the runt before. This one is way taller than this one now. This one, that's the one from next door. There's 1 or 2 here and a couple starting. This one's behind a couple weeks or whatever. This one's got a bunch and a bunch on the way. Same here, same back in there. So anyways, a lot going on. And then the 2 green peppers, they're getting pretty bushy. That's about it. I'm gonna do a quick inside one and splice it with this just to show you what I did with the plants inside. All right, so I got these little pellet things, and then you soak them in water and then they grow. They're dehydrated or something. I got these little nettings around them, and then the dirt expands. So, I mean, I got one here. They're like this. And then after it sits in the water for about 5 minutes, and it goes like that. Anyways, so I started a couple cucumbers, and I'm gonna transplant those to dirt, hopefully get them into hydroponics. And then I've got a myriad of different things that are coming out in here. So let's try to remember. So the second row is these colorful sweet peppers, cauliflower, rutabaga, Chinese long bean. The next 6 are bok choy, and then on the end are, what the heck were those? Oh, these little tiny, funky striped cucumbers are probably the size of a grape tomato. So that's what's going on in this part. And then I also clipped a bunch of the suckers off the tomato plants, and I'll show those in a second. All right, so although they look cool, like they were store-bought, so I actually just saved the plastic from the from the plants I bought before. So all except for like, I think 3 of these, I took the suckers, put them in water, trimmed the bottoms so they didn't have any branches, and stuck them in water for a week, and then they sprouted or rooted, and I just put them in the dirt. But with the tomatoes, I guess, so this monster here, where's my finger? There we go. This monster was actually one of the big suckers that I had missed. It was like a foot long, and then I trimmed it. So you can just stick it in the dirt, and as long as it's propped up, all the little hairs that you see, those will actually turn into roots. So anyways, I've got a myriad of different ones to replace the ones that may or may not work in the greenhouse, and also once I get the blue tubs going. So that's it for this week.